Good morning, Miss. This is my final speech, my final project academic, called Global and Democratic Citizenship and Cultural Awareness. So I want to discuss a crucial topic in an interconnected world, global and democratic citizenship, and how it addresses the problem of cultural awareness. This issue arises when people fail to understand, respect, or value cultural differences, leading to social conflicts, discrimination, and barriers to democratic development. According to the UNESCO Universal Declaration on Cultural Diversity in 2001, cultural diversity is as necessary for humankind as biodiversity is for nature. Yet, this diversity is often undervalued or seen as an obstacle. In my opinion, the lack of cultural awareness is one of the biggest challenges to building global and democratic citizenship. For example, the United Nations World Culture Report in 2020, Culture and Sustainable Development, highlights that culture biases remain a major cause in inequality in many regions. This demonstrates that despite globalization, we are far from achieving effective cultural integration. Moreover, global citizenship involves not only recognizing these differences but also taking action to overcome them. This aligns with the concept of intercultural empathy proposed by Martha C. Nussbaum in her book Cultivating Humanity, a classical defense of reform in liberal education in 1997. She suggests that education should teach us to understand diverse perspectives. Without fostering this empathy, democracy risks fragmentation due to intolerance and polarization. From my perspective, the lack of cultural awareness also limits our ability to collaborate globally. In a world where problems such as climate change or economic crisis transcend national borders, understanding and respecting different cultures is not merely an ideal but a practical necessity. Conclusion and contribution. Um, to address this issue, I propose three steps, uh, three points. To address this cultural awareness. So the first I propose, I think it's important implement educational programs focused on cultural diversity and critical thinking at all levels. As Martha Sen argues in his book Development as Freedom in 1999, education can be liberating force for reducing inequalities. The second point, the second step, in my opinion, is promote cultural exchange initiatives such as community projects or virtual platforms, allowing people to experience other cultures directly. And finally, my final step is governments, because governments are very important for all the people. So the governments should implement public policies that promote inclusion and penalize discrimination. Well, in conclusion, I think building global and democratic citizenship requires overcoming the problem of cultural awareness. This will not only make our societies fairer, but also stronger in facing global challenges. Well, Miss, this is my presentation and this is my references. UNESCO, United Nations, Martha C. Nussbaum, and Amartya Sen. For finish, I I just say education is a levering force for reducing inequalities. Thanks, Miss, for your attention. This was my presentation. Goodbye.